Yay. Getting fuel. Well, hello, everybody on the YouTube. It's the Wingnut, and as you can see, I'm going to a gas station. Yay! Yep, I gotta get fuel. I am out of the Go Juice. Oh, premium unleaded. Almost $4 a gallon. Like being back in California or Connecticut. Oh, early morning, late afternoon, oh, and midnight. Da 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 da. Getting gas. Just a little darkness. All right. No, I do not want a car wash. I don't think a car wash would do me any good right now. Yay! Oh my goodness. Alright guys, well, I know this is not exactly like premium content, me sitting here filling my fuel tank up, but I figured I might as well share, if you guys don't follow me on social media, that top box is broken again. I went to social media and I was like, crap, happens, broken bike parts. Well, it comes to find out, I consider him a friend, on the R3 owners forum, which will be in the link in the description below. Boog happens to have a top box that he used on his Triumph Touring. His is a 2014. It's black, but instead of having the silver, he has like red and yellow. It's really sharp. The pinstriping is red and yellow. $15 to fill up a motorcycle. That's just disgusting. And that's why I always say, and he's not giving it to me for free. He does want a little monetary reimbursement on it, which I have no problem with, because we agreed on a good price on it, and then he's coming down to visit the beach because he lives up towards DC. So I might get to see my buddy one day this week, and on top of that, he's helping me out a bunch. So I mean, that's awesome. But that's why I tell people, get on the forums for your kind of bike. Get on Facebook groups, do that kind of stuff. Talk to folks. The first luggage rack I had for this bike, I had to make the brackets, and I bought the luggage rack, which I thought was coming with the brackets, from Poland, and it took them like 6 months to send this shit to me. I went down and did a trip. You guys remember the trip that I took, if you are an avid watcher, to Stearns, Kentucky for Rockets Across America East 2018, and I was talking to some folks there from the forums, and one of them had gotten rid of his touring motorcycle, and he had the brackets and the luggage rack that I was able to purchase for him for a very good price as well. And then on top of that, I blew my brakes out going through the mountains, and one of the guys two different people just jumped in. I couldn't even fix my own bike. These guys are like awesome. That's why I like having an eclectic motorcycle. That's why I like the motorcycle community. That's why I like the Volkswagen community. There's tons of people that are willing to help. There's tons of people that have parts that they may not need that they're willing to sell for a good price. They're willing to help you out, man. My Tours I bought used, and then somebody popped up saying that they wanted the stock pipes. I sent them on at cost. I didn't need them. This came from the forums. Forums are an awesome way the forums, the Facebook groups, everything, to meet people, make friends, find what you need for your bike, have a great time. You know, the Motovlog forums, the reason why you can hear me as well as you can hear me is because people on the Motovlog forums and on our Discord and on our all the different ways that we communicate, they have a how-to on how to set up your audio quality where it's just perfect. That's what I'm talking about. The idea of spam cards, you know, ways to set up your camera, the ways to do editing. So no matter what there is out there, there's an internet forum for it. Get in those forums, meet these folks, talk to them, get involved, and you will learn so much. You know? I mean, I can't stress it enough. I need to strap my... There we go. Well, I could have just waited a second on that. But that's what I'm talking about. Like, I cannot say it enough. And if you can go to a meetup, go to a meetup. If you can go on a bike trip with these people, go on a bike trip with these people. Go on a car trip. Do a Volkswagen thing. Whatever your interest is, get out and do it with these folks. I mean, you may make some lifelong friends. You may just have some really cool experiences. You may end up riding, you know, 8 hours through torrential downpour, you know, and having a blast doing it. That's what I'm talking about. Like, that's why I really like the forums. And I'm one of those people that I didn't think forums were that great of a thing until I started using them, and the technical data and the knowledge. And there's people who have experienced what you're experiencing with your equipment or your machine. It's awesome. Are you going to get some dickheads? Yes. But for the most part, that shit's reined in. So, I mean, it is what it is. So, I cannot stress it enough. I just thought I would share something about the motorcycling community that I've experienced in the motorcycling community through the forums and through talking to folks, using social media, and then as well as like things I've experienced with my Volkswagen. So the first time I went to Bug Out in Manassas, I want to say it was 2009 or 2010. My wife and I went up there. On the way up, I blew an oil cinder. It wasn't leaking oil, but the oil sending unit just went out. I got to the show, I parked. I was one of 3 modified 62 to 65 Beetles, or 62 to 67 Beetles there. And I went and found the parts I needed. My wife was hanging out with some of my buddies from the club and their wives. And then I come back with the parts and we start wrenching because we got to get this thing fixed so I can ride home. So we drove it up from Norfolk to Manassas. Well, while I was going to get that one $5 part, I might have bought other parts too, like fenders and latches and hooks and things and stuff I needed for the car. So I didn't just come back with a little part, I came back with arm load. Not 2 minutes after we start wrenching, somebody walks up and says, "Hey man, what's wrong?" This happened, I'm just doing this. And then they're like, "Well, are you going to install those parts that you just bought?" And I'm like, "Well, I was going to wait till I got home." And I was like, "Well, hold on, I'm going to grab some guys from the club." People I never even met walked off, came back with their tools, and while the judges are walking around the show, we're tearing the car down and putting it back together. That's what I've experienced through meeting people in clubs, through meeting people in forums, and it's happened in Volkswagens. It's happened with the OBS, you know, dually. It's happened with this. There are tons of great folks out there doing great things. Go meet them. Go meet them. Hang out with them. Talk to them. Even if you don't ever go meet them in person, go on the forums. Find out what's going on with your machine. I don't care what you ride. I don't care how you ride it, as long as you're not trying to get me killed. There are people out there that dig what you dig. Go meet them. It's worth it. You know? I'm not saying people are going to throw free parts at you. I'm not saying that you're not going to meet people who are going to be a bad influence or just a shit person. Those folks are out there, good and bad. But when you have an eclectic, motorcycle or car or hobby, you may run across something that you need. I posted on social media, hey, this just broke, can't believe it. Someone asked me what brand it was, and I told them it's a $60 back of fucking Portsmouth, Virginia kind of cap. So it's probably just a piece of shit $40 plastic one from Amazon. And then within less than 20 minutes, somebody popped up. It's like, hey man, I've got a spare one. You want it? It's not quite the right color, but I was like, hell, I don't care about color. And right now, speaking of, ooh, too high of a gear. I stalled it. I'm not going to edit that one out. I'm actually going to buy, see if I can find parts for Fatima. She needs some new window vents, the little frames on them, and the glass kind of gave up the ghost. So I'm going to the local, you pull it. Because I actually did reach out to the local communities for, not just the local community, but the community online and everything, and no one's got them. They have the frames, but no one has the glass, and I got to get the glass. So I'm gonna just mosey on down here to the pick-a-pole, put all my accoutrement back on, and just walk the lot real quick, and then come back later with parts. I wish they had something like pick and pull for motorcycles. I think that would be really cool, because finding junkyards is just getting hard. EPA is really cracking down, well, because some people don't do the best of smart things with them. And on top of that, you've also got so many rules and regulations everywhere you're at, and then most cities don't like car lots like this because it looks junky. Oh wow, that's new. It's in my pocket, wasn't enough. I can fuck you and fuck her too. So this road used to actually connect to Old Ocean View. Jesus, it's busy here. My chest, I should wish you the best. Fuck you and everybody getting car parts. That's tomorrow. Well, guys, I'm here. It's the Wingnut. Hey, like, dislike, subscribe. It's on you. Oh, they got some cars for sale. All right, catch you guys later. Have a good one.